Welcome to this Facebook Live talking about the third of the World Memory Championship disciplines, the random numbers. Random numbers is one of the main definitive tests of memory. It's one of the marathon disciplines which, along with cards, forms the International Master of Memory. It goes back right to the very first competition, and there's many systems and techniques used for memorizing random numbers. In the very early years, we had a competitor called Philip Bond, and he's a very smart guy. He was a city trader, and he had number synesthesia, which means it's a blending of the senses. And for him, every number had a particular color. So he was able to use colors in combination with other systems to give him extra associations to be able to recall more digits. The sort of next evolution in the technique was the major system. This is converting numbers into sounds. Sue Whiting, the women's world champion, was a master of the major system. All the systems really work on a similar basis of somehow converting digits into something more tangible. And the major system converts them into objects. Dominic O'Brien had a similar system, and his system converted numbers into people. You can imagine each pair of digits representing a person through the initial letters of their name. So for him, the number 2 became a B, so 22 became Bugs Bunny. You could then picture Bugs Bunny, his imagination, much easier than just the digits themselves, of course. Dominic extended it further, though, and gave each person an action. So Bugs Bunny could be eating carrots, for example. So he would take 4 digits at a time. First 2 becomes a person, second 2 becomes the object of the second person. So, for example, for him, 33 would be CC, would be Charlie Chaplin. So if you have Charlie Chaplin eating a carrot, that becomes 3322. Whereas Bugs Bunny twirling a cane would be 2233. So he's looking in 4s across the line. There's 4 digits to a line. So he could have 10 memory locations with two pairs of digits in each location across the line. Taking it one step further, you can have person, action, object, where you have the first 2 is a person, second 2 is the action, third 2 is an object, all associated to each other, and that gives you, of course, 6 across the line. Andy Bell was a master of person, action, object. Ben Pridmore had another system. He had, instead of going for 2s, getting 3s. So he had an object or an action or an image for 000 right the way to 999, so 1,000 different combinations, and he took those in 3, so he could in fact have 9 digits to one location, so much more condensing of the information. Of course, high maintenance though, to have 1,000 images, a lot of work to prepare and maintain those. So really, you take your choice, and you have whichever system you choose to convert numbers into objects, actions, or people, and then add those to locations along a mental journey to give you the numbers along the length of the line. If those of you who've seen my binary broadcast last week, where I was talking about how you can get extra points with binary, you can do the same thing with decimals. So if you ever end up with a final full line as your final one you've memorized, if you add 1 digit on the next line down, you get either you get it right, you get a point, or you get it wrong. If you get it wrong, you get half of what you've attempted, so you actually get half a point. And then we round it up. So even if you get it wrong, you still get a point. So it's one way of getting extra points just by writing 1 extra digit down. If you write more than 1, then it becomes much, much more of a game of chance. You've got very little chance of getting points, because of course you've only got 1 in 10 probability of a guessed number being correct. So certainly no point writing more than 1 digit on your final line, but adding an extra digit can give you a guaranteed extra point either way. So that's really all I've got to say about numbers. There are many different techniques to use. You just have to pick your technique, pick a good technique, and practice. Hopefully that's been of interest. And next week we'll look at the next discipline. Until then, thanks for listening, and bye for now.